You see me build the chair, the lounger, the sofa, and the tables. Today, we're adding to the set. This time, total relaxation. Adirondack chair. And guess what? It's all next on Home Pro Hero. Here's the deal. You can go buy one of these and you're into it for $300 to $400. 3 years later, it's wobbly, gray, and heading to the burn pile. The other videos online build them out of 2x4. Not this one, it's built out of 2x6. I like things sturdy, bulky, chunky, whatever you want to call it. I want it to last. Just like all the other furniture I built in the series. And guess what? We're gonna build this for 80 bucks. I'll show you exactly how to build it. Hey, if you stick around to the end, I'll give you a copy of the plans so you can build the exact same thing at home. Let's get to work. Now look, you don't need a shop full of fancy tools to build the chair. I'm using what most people already have at home. A circular saw, a drill compact, a couple clamps, go with a tape measure, a pencil, and a speed square. Along with a caulk gun, some eye protection, ear protection, if I remember to wear it. Like always, I use SketchUp to design my furniture, just like I did this one. I have a cut list, so I should have very little waste. 2x6x8, right? Got 5 of them to cut up. Okay, like always, we're always gonna cut off the factory end, right? Because it's never perfect. Front legs, pretty easy, 19.5, 17.5 is what they are. 19.5, we got 2 of them. Oh, I like to draw the line even though I don't have to. Always cut the line off. 1 leg, 2 legs knocked out. Let's do the front rail. It's at 2 foot, so 24 inches. You don't have to be exact on this. I mean, in the ballpark, but not exact. I switched speed squares. I don't like that plastic one. I like the metal one. Not a whole lot more money. And then we need a 2.5 arm, which is 29 inches. Okay, here's an arm. Next board, next board. Okay, lower back, 2 foot, 24 inches. Upper seat back, 2.8, which is 32. Let's do that other arm real quick. And then we need 3 2-foot seats where your keister will sit. I'm gonna do what they call free balling. I'm gonna try it without the square. Good. Come on now. I can do that. You can do that. I'll put a link in the description of all the tools I'm using today, and I'll also put a good DIY selection of tools too. These are kind of more high-end, I guess you would call it. You can get the same tool for a lot less. We need 3 2/8, which is actually 8 foot on the nose. Luckily, they give you about maybe an extra ½ inch or so on every 8 foot board, so you should have room. You could probably go 2.7 here if you're nervous about it. It's just gonna make your back a little less high. Yow, get clocked in the leg with that thing, that might hurt. Yeah, I kinda like doing it without the speed square. You should have 4 2/8. We're in the back of my DIY pole barn. This little porch area is killer for projects like this. It's kind of why I built it. And these are the stringer pieces, probably the most difficult piece. Not necessarily this cut, but I'll show you some shortcuts to get the angle right so we get the pitch of the chair right. I'll make it simple for you. Boom, boom, cut the line. These are 3.5, so 3 foot 5 inches to 41 inches. One more, 3.5. They serve 2 purposes, back legs too. Put those over here. So here we go, all 15 pieces all cut up. We'll need to modify the stringers a little bit with a couple of more cuts. We'll go over that next. First mark we're gonna make is 1.75 inches on the bottom right here. Then the second mark we're gonna make is 7.5 down here at the other end. Next mark we're gonna do is come from here. We're gonna go 3/4, which is gonna be 40 inches right there. The final mark we're gonna make is 3.25, and it's from the top here to down here, 3.25 right there. We're only gonna make one of these, so then all you gotta do is connect the dots. So boom, and then cut the lines, right? To the new point, 7.5 down there. Yeah, Get the zip code. There you go. Boom, boom. And then remember that mark we made right here? All we're gonna do is take that mark to the very tip of the board. So way up here, like this. Who says I don't wear ear protection? All those comments. And then all we gotta do is cut it. So we'll cut this one and then we'll copy the other one. Pretty simple, right? Flip it around. Now we got 2 cuts. Oh, then we're gonna take this one, the one we haven't cut yet. All we're gonna do is copy it, the exact same thing, by lining up this end down here, lining up this end, and then trace it. Then we're gonna actually saw the pencil marks. Let me know in the comments if you have actually built any of my furniture, and if you did, which one? Now you have 2 identical stringers. Honestly, the stringers are the hardest part, and you just saw me do it. Pretty simple, you should be able to follow along at home. If you don't think you can do it, stick around to the end. I'll make sure you get a set of the plans with the detailed drawings exactly how to cut that. Hard work's done. Let's go ahead and put the chair together. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is get the caulk gun. Regular liquid nails is fine. This was on sale, almost the same price, so why not? Stuff works great. Don't get me wrong, it's not gonna replace screws. It'll prevent anything from ever wiggling again. We got our 2 stringers here, first of all, and we're gonna go ahead and attach the front bottom rail. So that goes on here just like this. All we're gonna do is follow the profile of the front edge right here. That's fine if the front's dipped down just a little bit like here. That's what you want. You want the back level with the top. And we're gonna screw it into the side after we put a little bit of liquid nails on it. Speaking of screws, let's get those GRX number 8's 2.5s. They're really small. The reason why the head's small, because once you sink them into the wood, they'll disappear. Within a couple months, you'll never see the head again. I put 3 screws on almost every joint, just because you got them. It's a 50 pack. You don't have to go nuts with this stuff. Now keep in mind, if you actually put too much on, make sure you wipe it off with the cloth. That's what I got over there, because it happens. Countersink those screw holes just a little bit. All you're doing is making sure the front lines up with that angle. Pretty simple. That's it. All right, that's that side. Let me swing around the other side, do the same thing over there. Reason why you use these over deck screws, because the heads aren't very big, and these won't split the board. Next up, to make sure this thing's stable before you start putting the legs on, I need a 2-foot board, which is gonna be this back rail. And what we wanna do is, I'm looking at my plans, and it says to put that front edge at 2/8. All we're gonna do is install that right there. Need to put liquid nails on it first. You can go a lot quicker with the right tools, but I wanna make sure that this project was actually good for anybody that had any kind of tools. Now to make sure that that is square, it's nice and straight, because you don't want it like not straight, just for the record, is use this. Square lines up perfectly like it is right there for the most part, you're good to go. You don't even really got to do it on one side. Okay, and we'll come over to this other side, knock it out real quick. Now we're pretty sturdy. Okay, outside of the stringer cuts, this is probably the second hardest thing to do, is put these legs on. So we're gonna put 3 screws in there, liquid nails, and then we'll screw them on. Then you're gonna put the line to the top of here. So it's kind of the hardest part, but once you get the first one, you're good to go. Yes, sir. Okay, first one's on. Gotta put the line on there. 4.5 down. Line up the line. That's how you want this just to be on the cut part, the front stringer. Pretty good. Boom. All right. Okay, let's set it up. Front legs are on. Actually, the bottom frame's done. Now we're gonna put the seat stringers in. So we're gonna set the back one first. So we're just gonna measure from the inside of here, 1/6, right? So it's just 18 inches. I'll mark both, and then it'll sit inside that 1/8 mark. 3 screws on both sides. We're not putting glue in here for the fact that it'd be too messy to do. All you're doing is making sure that the seat slat is level or flush with the stringer. There we go. Perfect. All right, and then the next one's gonna go up here at the top. And all we're gonna do is butt it in up there, as tight as we can get it up there. And then we'll measure the middle one, see where it sits, make it look good. That's pretty good right there. See, I'm just spacing it between the two, just eyeballing it. Other side, we got it. Boom. Perfect. Okay, now we're gonna put it on its face for now. And we're gonna focus on the back seat panels. So they're gonna go right here. 5 inches up from the bottom. Draw a straight line. Important to put liquid nails in here. Very important, it's gonna be needed. All right, there's that. It's flush at the bottom, tight over here. Boom. Okay. Boom. Easy enough, right? All right, let's flip it back up now. We'll come back and get those middle ones later. Here we go. 2 outside ones are the important ones. We're gonna use these clamps. Just give them the zip code of the height of the front arm, right? So this is just gonna sit on here like this, and the back's gonna be held by the clamp temporarily. But the first thing we have to do is put some liquid nails at the top. And all you're gonna do is line this with the front of here. Okay, remember I told you about wiping that up? Get that cleaned up before it's too late. Boom. Good. Let's get the other side. See, it's not too tough. It's actually a fun project. Saves you a ton of money. Heard that crap in stores. Okay, a little liquid nails back here. And here's our 35 we just cut. Just gonna kind of hold it on there, making sure that this is flush with this. It's not the same exact width, so make sure you go to the high side of that armrest. You can always adjust it later, like I'll probably have to adjust that one. Okay, not bad. Okay, back set. Okay, so now we're gonna tie all this in, make this nice and level. It's, I'll show you how we're gonna do it. We know this is straight. We need this to be a 90. So you can see right here, we're off a little bit. It needs to come up. So we're gonna raise it up, and these have to drop all the way back to here. So when I push that all the way back, let's see what this looks like. Oh, it's a little bit high. Right there, it's perfect. Right there. See how it's perfect? Double check it. Why that bracket's, oh yeah. It's pretty good right there. Okay. Oh yeah. Perfect. Tight here, tight there. It's a perfect 90. Other side should be a lot easier since the first side's already square. Oh, it's gonna come up naturally when I drop that back. There we go. Now let's check. Tad bit up. Needs to go tad bit up. Right there, perfect. So you want to make sure this is tight with here, which it is. It's hard to put liquid nails in there, and if you put 3 screws, it's not going to matter. It's not going to budge. And while I'm at it, I'll put. All right, we'll take this off. There we go. Let's see what we are. We are 13. Just under 13, not a big deal. Okay, now we're gonna flip it back upside down again. We're gonna put a board across the front here. We'll just use this leftover 2x2 just to help us hold those boards so we get them screwed on there. Make sure the bottoms are lined up. That's what matters, this part right here. Which it looks pretty good right there, because if not, then the tops will look goofy. We'll put it in the middle, that way I can adjust it. How's that look? Pretty good right there. I'm building this in segments, sections, because it's just easy to follow along on the video. If you grab the plans, it's cake. All my plans are live on my website, homeprohero.net. And also, I have stuff you don't normally see on this channel, on Facebook and Instagram, behind the scenes stuff. So look at those little weenie Adirondack chairs that are on YouTube that are 2x4. Come on, man, spend a few more coins, get the big stuff. Some housekeeping, we want to make sure we put some screws right in here. We want to catch this board. So you got to think it's right down here, so it's sitting on the angle. Boom. And then put a third one in there. Did I not tell you these things weigh a ton? They're built like a tank. And that is why you build it yourself. Man, that feels so good. So let's talk numbers. 5 boards, a handful of screws, some glue. 2 hours later, $80 all in. And I'm giving you the free plans in the description below. Compare that to the $300 you buy online, likely junk. You'll have to replace it in 3 years. You're not replacing these. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. Take care, and I'll see you next time. If you like this video, check this video out. It's good too.